guys, it's Yossi here, and I'm back with another video. Today I have something very different planned. I was out shopping for the new Lego set that I got, which the review's probably already gone up by now. Hint, hint, it's the Katana V11, go watch that video. But anyways, I went out shopping and I bought a base plate because I thought it could be useful for something. So I bought this. When I got home, I had a little pondering moment. And I remember now, Ninjago has done so many characters. And every one of you should know that. So, I want to do a video because if you remember they did the Ninjago movie minifigure series, I want them to do a series about figures they haven't done in the show. So, I wanted to do this video just to show my thoughts on what the characters should be. Like, just a few figures that could be in the series or could be part of a thing that Lego make, where they could make new molds and stuff and all that kind of jazz. But I wanted to do this video just because it was on my mind, and I thought you guys might enjoy it. So here, with this base plate, it's going to help me. So here are the top 15, that's right, you heard me right, 15 Lego Ninjago figures from the series, which I think should be figures full stop. And I guess we should just get on. Number 15. For number 15, I'm bringing in Princess Harumi, just for a reference. Beautiful, isn't she? Now, I know this is just a random figure, but wouldn't it be nice if we had one of the Royal Guards, just like for the exclusive printing? Wouldn't that be nice? I know it's a really random print idea, but I had loads of other ideas. I had to just add a few random ones just for, qualification. But I think having a Royal Guard would be cool because, well, you'll see later in the video why the Royal Guard is here. But now that we've got this first one out the way, let's move on. Number 14. For number 14, the reference this time is just a normal Vermilion warrior, and the reason for this is number 14 is that I remember from episode 53, Jay, Zane, Cole and Lloyd put on Vermilion armor, which blended in with their suits, which was really cool. And the reason I've done this is because it would be nice to have those printed torsos instead of having this armor. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the armor. It's just the fact that I'd like it blended with their uniforms. I just think it'd look cool. But I don't mind the armors. I could easily get used to them. But I'd like it more if they were printed like these guys, where the snakes are all coming out of them, where the armor would be on and the armor would have gaps in it so that you could see their uniform and all that kind of jazz. But that's just my opinion. So let's move on to number 13. Number 13. For number 13, there is no reference because these characters I really want to be actual figures, because if you guys remember, I did a custom Lou, but I would really like it if they made the Royal Blacksmiths as actual figures, because then we'd know who they are, and, well, of course, we know Lou, obviously, but it would be nice to know the rest of them, like what their names are, what background they come from, why they joined and made the Royal Blacksmiths. But you never know, they might make one in the future. And my favourite has to be the Day of the Departed suits. I'd love it if they made those. Lego, please, preaching out here. But that's the small one out the way. Let's get on with the next one.
Number 12.
Now for this one, again, no references, because I want Lego to make the flashback / the older ninja, so like when they were first introduced with their flashback counterparts. Now I know all of these guys look really weird, especially Kai looking like he works at Chuck E. Cheese, but it's just stuff that I pulled out of my Lego box. But it's just so you guys can see why we would need the parts and the new pieces. Cole would have that new torso piece with the rope and the shorts. Kai would have his apron. Jay would have the uniform with the wings. And Zane would have that white part on the top instead of on the bottom. But you get where I'm coming from here. Which is why these guys are so low. Because I feel people like them in the show. And I feel they need more credit. So, with that being said, let's move on.
Number 11.
For number 11, of course, we are back with Princess Harumi. Because she had a few different stories to tell with a few different costumes. So, I think, since we got the Princess Harumi, we should at least get casual Harumi and, of course, child Harumi. Just because she has multiple costumes, plus the season 9 sets have her evil costume. Spoiler alert. But we should get these two. Lego, what are you doing? You're skipping 2, going on to the next one, when yet these two are important. But, sticking with Harumi, let's move on with the next one.
Number 10.
As I said, with number 10, we're sticking with Harumi, and we need these two. I know they look really dodgy, but you get who they are. We need the Emperor and the Empress. We have Hutchins. Why do we not have these two? Be glad I got the hairpiece right. It just looks like the Harley Quinn's wearing a really weird wedding dress. I understand that, but it's just for exampling. So, you get why I'm trying to say this. They made Hutchins, they made Princess Harumi. Why can't they make the Emperor and the Empress? I know there were only characters in two episodes, but why? They need to be in here. But finally, I'm done with Harumi. You can finally see why I wanted to go on with these two one by one. But we are now done with Harumi. Hooray!
Number 9.
For number 9, the reference this time is Sensei Wu. Nice to see you again, Sensei. But for this one, he has made he's made loads of friends in his past, and I feel this one should be a character. I feel Miss Take should have a role with the minifigs, because she had a big role in season 9, season 8. I'm trying to remember what seasons we are on. Season 8. So she had a big role in season 8. She's had 2, yes I repeat, 2 different voice actors. She's appeared in multiple episodes in this complete series as a whole, but season 8 is where she had the biggest role, so she needs a character minifigure because, you know, you get what I mean. But with saying that, let's move forward.
Number 8.
For number 8, this one does not have a reference, but I feel this one could have a figure, or figures. I'm not completely sure, but what I'm trying to say is, from the pilot, these 3 had just normal black suits, and I guess we could just have the normal ninja suits from the minifigure series. I guess that could work. I just put this one on just because it's just random, and I'm going to be plainly honest, I couldn't think of anything else. I'm so sorry. But weirdly enough, I had to use these two. But this one's the right one, if it counts. Yay! Oh my. But speaking of the past, I have another thing to relate to this.
Number 7.
For number 7, as I was saying with the previous entry, this one I feel should at least have these one of the figures. If you haven't, I'm not sure if I've reviewed this one or not. I made this one as a custom. If I haven't reviewed it, here you go. But I really feel they should have more on these two. I really do think so. And, you know, it's just young Woman Garmadon. I mean, we could make the little ones, but these two, I feel, have the most backstory. And they had a big part in Season 7, and I feel that should be worthy. Especially if you want to include parts from Season 4 when Garmadon had the red eyes. That would be a nice touch. But, saying that, let's move on.
Number 6.
For number 6, this one has the reference of Jay. Nice to see him in this uniform. But this one is going to relate on to the next one. And this was probably the biggest shell bomb drop to hit Ninjago that Jay... Well, it's said that he was adopted, but I feel we should get a Fritz Donegan, as he's been mentioned many times. He was mentioned with Lloyd in Season 2, he was mentioned all the way through Seasons 3 and 4, he was mentioned a lot in Season 6 with being Jay's actual dad. Yeah, I really feel this one should be a massive figure. Especially since we got the little exclusive printed Starfare tile, I feel we should at least get a figure. Lego, hello! But saying that, I have another reference which ties into Jay.
Number 5.
As I said with reference before, number 5 is probably a big one, as we've got multiple elemental masters. We've got Ray and Maya, we've got all the elemental masters from Season 4. I think we definitely deserve a little bit of the Mistress of Lightning here. I mean, this is just what I call a bunch of mixed parts together, but we should really see this. And there is definitely more backstory to tell about the older elemental masters, as we don't know... Well, we know Zane kind of got the parts from the Master of Ice, but we don't know where Cole got his from. We never really saw a Master of Earth. And sadly he isn't on this list for now, because we have no idea who he is. But I feel I wanted to add this one because there's many elemental masters, and I feel this one should be a part of that. But saying that, let's move forward.
Number 4.
So, at number 4, the reference is my custom Dr. Sanders. So, as you can see, he looks very old. But in the series, we saw a glimpse where he had the young Sanders costume, which I feel we should have, at least. Because we got a young Crux. Why can't we have a young Sanders? Why can't even we have a normal Sanders? That's another thing to note out. This was a custom I made. And the reason for this is because I used to cut the beard in the center, so then it would just leave the mustache. So that's what I think. We should have the younger Sanders as we have the younger Crux. I believe it was a Toys R Us exclusive. I believe I reviewed it. Rest in peace, Toys R Us. But with that being said, let's move on to the top 3.
Number 3.
For number 3, reference today is Zane. Hi, buddy. And this one is a very known well character, and I'm so glad he was in the series. It was so sad that he passed away in season 2/3. We need a Dr. Julian figure. Now, I drew the torso myself. It looks really bad, but from a distance, it doesn't look that bad. See, what I mean, they could make the entire thing custom for printing, and it would look better. I mean, the face looks brilliant on this, for me. I don't know. But I would really like it if they made a custom Julian, just so we can say rest in peace to him. But, anywho, we're on to the top 2. Let's get going.
Number 2.
For number 2. The reference is coal, and you can probably see where this is going. We need a Lou here. We need a Lou here. I know that sounds weird. But he's had a very big role. He appeared in season 1. He had a glimpse in 2. Did he appear in 3? I don't believe he did. He didn't appear in... I don't even know. He appeared in a few seasons. I definitely know he appeared in 7, and that was a really big surprise, and I loved it so much. I do remember making a custom Lou, but I can't find it anywhere. And I don't know where it's gone. It's sad. But if I had the real thing, I wouldn't lose it. I'm not really being very helpful. But this is only number 2. Let's see, drumroll, what number 1 is.
And finally, number 1.
So, number 1 references J. You can probably see where this is going. But I have had so many requests for you guys, for me to make these guys as customs. That's how bad these guys are. But they have had 2 figures made for them for the Ninjago movie, but that does not count. That's the movie. I'm very strict about this. But let's just bring them in anyway. Ed and Edna! These are my number 1 characters that should be actual figures from the show, not the movie. They look weird from the movie. Edna looks quite cool, but Ed looks really guilty or innocent or whatever. It's just weird. I do like this torso a little. I found it somewhere. I can't remember where. But I'm really glad I got this one. I just can't find Edna's uniform. I don't know. It's really weird. But that being said, they were my top 15 figures that should be, well, top 15 characters that should be figures. Now, I know it's more than 15 figures, but you get what I'm trying to do. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was something different. It's something I wanted to do. And I really enjoyed it. Just going through why they should be figures and why I like them so much. The community has made so many figures very popular. We've had so many become characters, like the Elemental Masters. We've had even the Postman. Dareth was a really big character, Ronin, all that kind of stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any characters that you think should be figures, leave them in the comments. I might do a part 2 of this. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment and subscribe for more, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye!